This is a Dubaieye 103.8 podcast.
We are turning our attention now to new initiatives here in the region. As we're looking again to look at those green shoots of recovery, we're looking for creativity out of difficult times, creativity out of adversity, to coin a phrase, if you like. And we picked up on this story where a new tech company here has pledged to boost the hospitality industry by providing their first-of-a-kind technology free of charge for various outlets hit by COVID-19. Now, be this F&B, nightlife, beach clubs, cinemas and more, all areas that have suffered fairly significantly. To tell us a little bit more about it, what it is, and of course the reasons behind the launch, we're joined by the co-founder of Opaala. It is Marwan Saab. Marwan joins us live on the line. Marwan, thanks very much indeed for being with us.
Good morning, how are you?
And before I go any further, Marwan, I've got to go to the co-founder and get a correct pronunciation of the company name. We've been debating it here in studio. Am I correct in suggesting Opaala?
Exactly, it's Opaala.
Okay, and explain the company name first and foremost before we get onto the product.
Well, the name of the play on words, it means butler in Hawaiian. We added 2 characters, but it's also the play on the words when Greeks are celebrating and breaking dishes, they say oppa. So we combined that together to kind of make an interesting name.
It is an interesting name, it's an interesting product, and it's an interesting time as well for the launch. Talk to me about the reason for launching now, given the fact that there is so much uncertainty around.
We've actually did our pilot pre-COVID. We started in December and January during our pilot, and then everything kind of got put on hold because of COVID. But then what we saw that we can actually help benefit a lot of the venues, and they started reaching out to us. And we decided to offer the platform free of charge for those who are really impacted, whether they're losing money, they don't have enough staff. So we started working with the different venues to kind of offer our platform to help them get back on their feet.
So how is it going to help them get back on their feet? How does it work?
So we call it a contactless smart service platform. It allows a customer to come in. A lot of venues might not have full capacity of staff at the moment. Some of the staff might have left, so they can't give the same level of service. We allow them to do that without any extra charges. A customer comes in, they have their mobile phone in their hand. They sit on the table, they scan our tag, no hardware, no app to download, everything is done instantaneously. They get a fully dynamic menu. They're able to search and filter the menu, look at images, place orders, change the language of the menu to the language they prefer, and even communicate with the staff. So call the waiter, leave a message, make a request, say, I don't want onions on my food, directly through the platform, and they're even able to pay through the platform if the venue wants it.
It's obviously very much in demand at the moment. I think for anybody that's been to a restaurant will realise that the days of printed menus are long gone. Is that the thinking in the industry at the moment? Will printed menus, will traditional menus ever come back, do you think?
I think there's always going to be a place for them, but they are an environmental issue. They are a cost issue. We've seen many menus that have a spelling mistake, and then all of a sudden you have to redo that menu, and it's a high cost. Or a price changes, and you have to redo it, or you have to put a little sticker over it. With a digital menu, all that is gone. You can make the changes instantly, anytime you like. Even if you want to show specials, you can automatically appear and disappear. You don't have to reprint a special page just for the special. So it eliminates a lot of that issue. And I think for at least another year, people are going to be hesitant about touching things that, they don't know who else has been touching it. So this helps them go completely contactless. But there's always going to be a small area where people want to be able to kind of have a tactile sense.
Talking of that tactile sense, I mean, you've ticked the box when it comes to reducing costs. You talked also about the volatile conditions there as well. In terms of being able to customise one's order, as you mentioned, you can put in a request to the chef or otherwise, if from a customer point of view. Has this got waiters and waitresses around the world quaking in their boots, or is this, again, just readdressing a new era of hospitality?
It's readdressing. What we're doing is we don't want to change the way they work. We want to improve the way they work. So what we found in a lot of the venues is we help the staff actually become more efficient. So instead of trying to run around and not able to do the other tiny things they have to do, now they're able to do more work more efficiently. If they need to spend more time with a particular customer because they're brand new, they are not ignoring the other customers because they're still able to order and process and comment directly through the platform. So initially, there might be a little bit of kind of surprise, what is this going to do to us? But eventually, they start loving it, and they tell the customers, by the way, you can order and you can speak to us through this platform.
In terms of how this platform can sort of impact end businesses, I mean, we've talked a lot about restaurants, but as you say, it could be used in so many other hospitality arenas, as it were. Can individual areas brand their product accordingly? Can you customize it to their needs?
Yes, so we work with quite a few hotels, and we actually brand the menu to that particular brand of the hotel. So it's quite flexible in that kind of sense. There's many different versions of it that can work. It's all built on the same core, but then we can kind of adjust it. So we've had venues come and say, look, we do things slightly differently here. Can you find a solution to our process that you can include? And we're able to kind of find a new way, a digital way of solving their issue and including it into the platform.
It seems to be solving a lot of issues out there. One of the big issues that I've always found in the past, especially if you're dining out in groups, and I appreciate that with social distancing they're limited at the moment, but it is the dreaded bill at the end of the meal. Have you got a solution for that, Marwan?
So we automatically split the bill. Doesn't matter how many people are sitting on a table, your bill is your bill. So if somebody has to leave early or at the end of the night when everyone's kind of asking for the bill, we identify, even though it's private, we don't say it's you, we identify what phone made what order. So when you ask for the bill, only your items show up. And that's what's taken out of the POS system on the venue side. So the bill is automatically split.
A number of people asking questions about the company itself, Opaala. How do you guys make money from what seems to be a service that benefits the industry as a whole?
So at the moment, as I said, we are offering it free to a lot of venues, but we do have two models. For the venues that operate on a seasonal level, we kind of do a profit share, and we're talking about a 1% profit share, where when you're not making money because you're closed, we're not making any money. But because we also help you increase your revenue when you're open, we take a small share. But generally, we operate on a SaaS model, on a monthly fee.
And finally, in terms of reaction, I mentioned that these have been fairly volatile times. I think a lot of people are looking for solutions. It's obviously providing those solutions. What's the reaction been from the hospitality business as a whole?
We've had a few mixed. Some of them love it right away. Some like, oh, we like the human touch, but then we see the benefit and we see that we don't eliminate the human touch. We actually allow the customer to decide what's the level that they would like from the venue. And they're starting to adopt it more and more. There is a bit of hesitation with some people thinking, okay, are they going to change the way we work? But when they understand that we improve efficiency, we reduce your cost, and we increase your revenue, and we give a better experience to your customers, they're starting to pick up on it. And the hotel industry specifically is really seeing the benefit of that.
Best of luck moving forward with this one. That was Marwan Saab there, the co-founder of Opaala, which is a cutting-edge smart service solution designed to boost the hospitality industry. And if you want to find out more, it's Opaala to give it its correct not so much pronunciation, but certainly spelling.
You've been listening to a Dubaieye 103.8 podcast. To enjoy lots more from Dubaieye in the United Arab Emirates, just go to Dubaieye1038.com or find them wherever you normally get your podcasts.